Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. I'm back here at Lexus at Clearwater, and guess what? I have that one small sedan that brings some big sporty touches. It's this vehicle right here. This is it. This is a 2025 IS 350, but this is an IS 350 F Sport. But before we get into this sporty luxury sedan that's been around for quite some time, let's talk about what's going on here. So Lexus, they're going through their lineup. Most of the focus has been on SUVs, but guess what? A lot of people thought that it was going to be the demise, the end of the road for the IS and all the variants, including this IS 350 F Sport. Now, Lexus has shown that they are bringing a refresh. It's not a redesign, but a refresh, but you're going to have to wait for that one. What we have here and now is the same great platform of this smaller sport luxury sedan. Now, one of the main key competitors to this vehicle would be the BMW 3 Series. Kind of a little bit different approach to how they get to the luxury and to the sport sedan style, but still in that same realm of being competitors. So what I want to find out is it worth going and spending more money on a BMW 3 Series, or do you go for one of these Lexus IS 350 F Sports? Why don't we go ahead, let's dive into this one and see if we can find out. Right off the bat, I love the color. It's called Cloudburst, and besides the blues and the reds, this is my next favorite color from Lexus. Now at the front of the business, you're gonna get a sporty, aggressive style. LED daytime running lamps, LED headlights, love the way they black out everything in the interior. Working your way down, you do have a little bit of functionality on the corner vents. It would have been nice to have some fog lights in here, so I am gonna zonk that, but because this is an F Sport, it does have everything blacked out rather than any kind of shiny, bright metalwork looking style. Now, as we come across that spindle grille design, it looks the best on the front of this IS 350. You do have a forward-facing camera right above the Lexus badge, all gloss black, all functional, and then I love the way they integrated the lower lip splitter into the front fascia, and then you even have cooling ducts for things like the brakes and all the other heat exchangers. Another thing you'll notice is that around that perimeter, it's also that black finish. I think one of the things that makes the grille stand out even more is they didn't bring any trim across the top here. This is actually body color, which gives it a nice clean look. But let me know what you think about the face of the IS 350 S Sport. I know it's been around for a little while, mostly unchanged, but to me, it still stands out in a very big way. Now, as we rise up, love that long slung hood, nice clean body lines, no folds, no weird ripples or anything like that. We come around the bend, what are we working with? Wheel and tire. I am in awe of these dark chrome wheels. Multi-spoke design, really fits the attitude of this F Sport. And if you're wondering, well, Joe, what is the size of this wheel? You are looking at a 19-inch wheel. So 19-inch wheel in diameter. And then, of course, we have those larger flat black calipers. It would have been nice to have the Lexus badge on there, maybe F Sport. So that's a little bit of a zonk. But you are going to have the special tuned suspension, and you're also getting rotors that are larger than your standard size rotor. They're almost 14 inches in diameter up front. Give you some good braking capability. Now, the best part about this IS 350, it's rear wheel drive. That gives such a unique driving experience. I can't wait to show you. But let me know what you think about the dark chrome wheel. Absolutely stunning on this particular Cloudburst gray. Now, coming down the side, you are going to get an F Sport badge. Like the way it pops out very nicely. Gloss black everywhere with the dark chrome on your mirror caps. The turn signal's nicely planted in there. Now, you do get a standard size sunroof. No panoramic sunroof on this one. Standard size sunroof, I'm okay with that. I'm not really a big sunroof guy anyway, so I probably wouldn't even use it. You have the dark chrome finish top and bottom around the window frames, color matched on the door handles, and I love the way they sculpt that lower door panel into the side sill extension. Really, really clean, but also on top of that, really showing the details of what's going on. Obviously, lots of action here at Lexus of Clearwater. Now, as we spin around back, what do we got going on here? You got that great body style, the gloss black trunk lid spoiler, and just like up front, that LED tail light. Love the way the illumination comes all the way across the back. You got the IS 350 badge, and then to finish it off, really aggressive on the lower bumper area with a functional exhaust, dual outlet exhaust on both sides, nice oval opening. Nice to have real functional exhaust. Some of the competitors don't even have that. They just put fake looking exhaust. But why don't we go ahead, pop the hood and check out the V6 underneath it. All right guys, we got the hood raised. You do have the hood struts underneath the hood. You don't have to worry about turbochargers. You don't have to worry about a 4-cylinder engine. Underneath that tasteful engine cover is that naturally aspirated V6. So a lot of competitors switching to 4-cylinder turbos, 6-cylinder turbos. This has that V6. Another great competitor to this car would also be the Acura TLX, which is being killed off at the end of the year. But what do we got? It's a 3.5 liter naturally aspirated V6, 311 horsepower, 280 pound-feet of torque. It is bolted to an 8-speed automatic. You do have that rear-wheel drive setup, 0 to 60 in 5.4 seconds, quarter mile in 14 seconds flat at 102 miles per hour. Top speed is 143 miles per hour. MPGs 20 in the city, 28 on the highway, and the vehicle weighs 3,801 pounds. So one of those types of vehicles that they're not going to be around for much longer. It seems sedans obviously are being killed off by the second. Nice to still see the Lexus, but why don't we go ahead, let's fire this up and hear what it sounds like. All right, guys, we are inside this 2025, like I said, Lexus IS 350 F Sport. I love the color, that cloudburst, great color. And as you can see, we have that awesome red interior. This is how, if I was gonna get an F Sport, I would spec it this way, I think. Now, if you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, I like your taste. You have good taste. I like the way you think. I even like the way you look. How much is this Lexus? Very good question. You're a smart person. MSRP for this one is right around $52,500. Let's see how it stacks up to the BMW and especially to that Acura TLX. You know how we do it. To the door panels. Love the two-tone. Yes, it's dated. I don't mind. It doesn't bother me. Soft touch up top. Soft touch in the middle. The red just pops like an atomic fireball in your mouth. And then I even like the way they did that smoky gray material around the switchgear. No gloss black. Door pocket is large enough you could get your Checkers Big Buford, Checkers Fry, large of course, and Lori's favorite, a strawberry milkshake to wash it all down. Now going from the door panel to the dash, I like the red stitching. All of the trim is dark, nothing shiny. And there's the nice two-tone, soft touch with the stitching. And then this has the optional infotainment system. So this is a 10.25-inch infotainment system. Standard is 8-inch. And it's all touchscreen, which is nice. They finally allow you to use the touchscreen rather than having to utilize things like that trackpad. But there's all your AC controls. If you want to touch, you can pull up all your analytics, all those things, including the map. And then you can put in where you want to go. Okay, sounds good, blah, 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 map coverage, all that good stuff. All the legalities, it's all there. Now I'm gonna throw it in reverse. Backup camera is very clear, and I love the way you have a nice large backup camera with the trajectory, plus you got your 360. You don't wanna curb those wheels. That will make you feel sad. And then we're right back where we started. Working our way down, you got your analog clock. Love that classic Lexus Touch since 1989. The start-stop button for the V6 mounted nice and high. And then if you're precise with your fingers, like if you know where to stick your fingers, you're gonna be fine, and don't worry about the gloss black because we have flat black on all the switch gear, which is good. This is kind of cool because you could tap or you could slide. I like to slide it in and out like that to make the temperature change. Really nice. Real volume knob, tuning knob, CD player. I mean, come on. It is kind of cool to have that in case you want to break out your old CDs, maybe some Bon Jovi. Wanted, dead or alive. It's a little extra. You don't even get charged for that. Down below, look at it. Look, 3 stages of heated seats, 3 stages of ventilated seats. This guy right here controls your 8-speed automatic with the red stitching. You got your mode selector switch. I'll show you that when you come to the business side. You even got snow mode, for Pete's sakes. There it is. You could sell it on eBay as a relic. That is that Lexus trackpad. It works well as long as you are parked. Like, I'm gonna have Lori show the screen again. What's kind of cool is when you hit menu, it brings up all the options that you have. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm able to easily tap where I wanna go. So that is nice when you're sitting still. When you're driving, I'll be honest with you, it's kind of dangerous. So that's the problem with the trackpad. But back to where we were at, you do have your nice 2 cup holders. I like the way everything's flat black. Open this bad boy up. Ooh, what's in here? You have a little bit of a Lexus carrying pouch for your charge cables, and I'm glad that the charge cables are in the pouch with this condom wrapper, but the charge cables are obviously for your phone because you have 2 USB-As, an aux jack, a 12-volt, felt lining in here, so you could put your iPhone 47 Platinum Edition with your little suction cup mount on the back, and it's not gonna get scratched. And then the seats, I love the red. The soft, they almost remind me of those little fire hot candies. Nice bolstering. You do have electric assist for the passenger, electric assist for the driver, a dark headliner, which is important on an F Sport, and your standard size sunroof. But why don't you come over here to the business end? I got a steering wheel with some red stitching I want to show you. Coming over. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. You do have 3 memory seat settings for the driver's side. You do have an aluminum sill plate. I'm going to peel it back just a little bit. I like the way they leave this on here for the new owner because this won't get scuffed. It does light up F Sport every time you open up the door. And then look at that pedal box right out of a freaking IMSA Lexus race car. That aluminum dead pedal, brake, and throttle. All your seat controls are easy to get to, all within fingertip reach. I'm 6 feet tall, and even though this is their smallest sedan, it feels good. I just feel like it's wrapped around me like an Isotoner glove. A perfect Isotoner glove. Steering wheel, the leather, the stitching, it's like a Babe Ruth freaking baseball. F Sport badge, flat black on all the switch gear. You do have pedals, they are plastic to go up and down the 8-speed automatic. You have an electric tilting and telescoping steering wheel. And then you got that wonderful digital gauge cluster. And what I love about it, it's got the physical bezel, but watch this. It's like freaking watching an episode of Mission Impossible. Dun, 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 dun. So it actually slides with the screen, and then what it does is it allows you to bring up a bunch of different information, including a G meter. So you can find the G spot, no problem, by looking at that G meter. Just don't be doing it when you're going on throttle. That's all I gotta say. But why don't we go ahead, feels good up here, let's get in the back seat and see what the IS350 F Sport brings for your passengers. All right guys, backseat time. Love this interior. Really spot on the money. Now, this is a compact luxury sedan, sports sedan, but what's nice is I got plenty of headroom back here. Remember, I'm 6 feet tall. You sit in a BMW 3 Series, it gets kind of tight back there. And remember, yes, I brought up the Acura TLX, but the TLX is technically a midsize, so something to think about. Nice large pockets. You can put 2 bags of family-sized Twizzlers. Let me know if you are a black licorice fan. Believe it or not, Lori and I are black licorice fans. But it's got to be the right licorice. It can't be just some generic no-name, tastes like candle wax. Slide on in. You do have two AC vents, which is a plus. It's kind of high for a drive shaft tunnel, because remember, this is rear-wheel drive. So if you're sitting in the middle, it's going to feel like you're riding a horse, probably. Kind of weird that they made it that high, but I'm not sitting in the middle, so I don't have to worry about it. But feels good. Pull this bad boy down. Ooh, soft. And then watch this. Two cup holders. The one thing I'm a little sad about that I'm gonna have to zonk is there's no USBs back here. I looked. Not here, not here. No USBs, so that's a zonk. But let's get in the trunk, because I want to take it for a spin in this sporty sedan. All right, guys, trunk time. Real easy. We're gonna do it the old-fashioned way. You hit the button, easy lift up. You're gonna be greeted to about 12 cubic feet of space. Now, the good news is that the rear seats do fold down 60-40 split. And what's nice about driving a sedan compared to an SUV is your center of gravity is lower. So that's gonna help with your handling and just overall drivability. Now, one thing I wanna find out is, and we're gonna have to do a little bit of unhooking here. Let's see how hard it is to unhook the hooks. As you can see, I did not practice this, but I got it nonetheless. I'm gonna lift this up. You do get a spare underneath. So even though this is an F Sport, you still get a spare underneath that back cargo area. Lock it in, locked and loaded. I feel locked and loaded. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go take this IS 350 F Sport for a spin and see how it goes on throttle. All right, guys, we're leaving Lexus at Clearwater. We're inside this 2025 Lexus IS 350 F Sport with that naturally aspirated V6. I have it in normal mode, but of course we're gonna go sport. Real nice and easy to do. You just twist the knob, sport. And I love the way the tachometer is so cool in these because of how it changes colors. That to me is a nice special touch. And then we do have that physical moving bezel there, which is also really cool as well. And then you could also scroll through the information that's in the center. Like, it actually has a gear position indicator to let you know what gear the transmission's in. Steering wheel feels great. These seats are superb. They look good, they feel good, and they support you really well. Are you ready? We're gonna go on throttle. Let me come to a stop here. On throttle, here we go. So smooth shifts from that 8-speed automatic. And having that rear-wheel drive sedan operation, just like I said, it just brings a nice driving experience. Getting to that 10.25-inch infotainment system is well within reach. You can make all your adjustments with your side mirrors right here on the door. And you do have power folding side mirrors, by the way. So that's another nice touch. Sound deadening material is great. I'm gonna go ahead and take the shifter. What you do is you pull it over to the driver's side. Now I could shift with the paddles. They are plastic, but they are at a good point on the wheel so that you're able to reach them very, very easily. As soon as this light turns green, we're gonna go on throttle here and use the paddles. On throttle, here we go. That V6 pulls so smoothly and has such a linear torque delivery, you just don't find that with turbocharged engines. Yes, BMW does offer engine options with more power, but they all involve a turbo. This being naturally aspirated is just so smooth, and if you want more power, you could step up to the IS 500, which is gonna give you that naturally aspirated V8. But let's see, here we go. On throttle. Handles really well. Very balanced. If you notice, I'm not death gripping the steering wheel. Nice light controls. Nice movement on the controls. And it just speaks to you very, very well. I actually like the steering feel better in this Lexus than I do some BMWs, just to put it into perspective. Now, to take the shifter, put it back top dead center, puts us back into automatic mode where the 8-speed shifts for itself. But getting to that 10.25-inch screen is well within reach. If you want to use the trackpad, like I said, it's difficult to do while you're driving. You have to look. And that makes me feel very uncomfortable, having to look down. But when you're parked still, it's actually quite easy to use. Like as I'm slowing down here, I can pull on AC controls. And then you could actually adjust the AC. I don't know why you would, because the controls that they have here are so perfect. I mean, you got your dual climate, you got your blower fan speed, so I don't know why in God's green earth you would want to use that trackpad. But it's there. They didn't take it away. Visibility is good, even with the 8 pillars being a little bit closer than what you would find on some other sedans. But remember, this is a compact, not a midsize. But handling is really nice. These seats are even better, man. These seats feel so freaking good. And the fact that they're heated, they're ventilated, and the two-tone interior. I mean, it just really sets this car apart from the rest of the competition. But I'm hoping that this has been a good overall review of this Lexus IS 350 F Sport. We're gonna get back to Lexus of Clearwater and wrap this one up, so I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, another great day here at Lexus of Clearwater. Definitely got to thank Tyler, Anthony, and the rest of the team here getting us access to this 2025 Lexus IS 350 F Sport. Let me know what you think. Are you going to go the BMW route? Or possibly, are you going to go get one of those last Acura TLXs? Maybe even an A-Spec? Let me know in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raised Red family. Got to give it up to Latte Lori. She's got to keep the reins in on me because I'm so caffeinated right now, I feel like I could fly to the moon. Maybe I will. But thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.